Gentlemen, let me begin with a truth that may hit harder than you expect. If your penis no longer gets hard the way it once did, it is not because you are too old. And it is not because your best years are gone. The real shock is this: every single morning, millions of men drink their coffee and unknowingly waste the easiest chance they have to bring their erections back. Even at 70. Even at 80. My name is Dr. Mohit Kara. I am a board-certified urologist and professor of men's health with more than 3 decades of experience, helping men restore their strength, energy, and confidence. I have treated thousands of men who thought decline was inevitable, and I have seen firsthand that the body is far more capable than most believe. Here is the surprising truth most men never hear. Erections do not fade simply because of age. They fade because the testosterone has dropped, because blood vessels have stiffened, and because the body is starved of the right fuel. Yet, the very drink you start your morning with, your coffee, can become a tool to reverse this. Add just one natural ingredient to your cup, and you can increase blood flow, boost testosterone, and restore erections in a way that is safe, natural, and lasting. This is not about chasing quick fixes or empty promises. This is about giving your body what it truly needs to feel alive again. In just a moment, I will show you exactly what to stir into your coffee soffit. You can reignite your manhood and your vitality even well into your latter years. Stay with me, because this simple change can transform more than just your mornings. It can transform your life. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another tip designed to help men over 60 restore their strength and vitality. And I'd love to hear from you. If this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 and tell me how I can make these videos more helpful for you. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Before we talk about what to add to your coffee, you first need to understand why erections fade after 60. It's not just aging. It's 2 powerful changes inside your body that slowly weaken performance: falling testosterone and stiffening blood vessels. 1. The root cause of erectile decline after 60. Root cause of erectile decline after 60. Gentlemen, let me be honest with you. When a man sits across from me in my office and says, "Doc, I don't feel like myself anymore," I can see the pain in his eyes. He thinks it happened suddenly, as if one day he simply woke up and his manhood had vanished. But the truth is, this change has been building slow inside his body for decades. By the time you reach your 60s, 2 major shifts have already taken hold, and they quietly erode your strength, your confidence, and yes, your erections. The first shift is the steady fall of testosterone. This hormone is not just about sex. It fuels your energy, your muscle, your drive, even the sparkle in your mood. In your 20s, testosterone was abundant, like a river rushing through your system. But by your 60s, those levels are often cut nearly in half. And when testosterone falls, the body begins to lose its edge. Energy dips, muscle thins, and the desire that once felt so natural now fades into the background. The second shift is in your blood vessels. They harden, stiffen, and lose the elasticity they once had. Think back to a high-pressure garden hose in your youth when blood rushed powerfully to every part of your body. Erections were firm, dependable, almost effortless. But as the years pass, that hose becomes worn and leaky. The pressure weakens, the flow slows, and what was once automatic now feels uncertain or absent altogether. It's not a failure of manhood. It's not a lack of desire. It's pure biology that has been slowly stacking the odds against you. Yet, here's the part I want you to remember. Biology can be influenced. Decline is not destiny. I've seen men in their 70s and 80s respond, like men decades younger on Sethi, give their body the right fuel. And that brings us to the daily ritual you already know so well. Your morning cup of coffee. Because while plain coffee only scratches the surface with right natural addition, it can become the simplest, most powerful way to fight back against these changes. So, let me show you how that first sip off day could hold the key to restoring your manhood. Coffee, the missed opportunity too. Coffee, the missed opportunity. Every morning across America, Men over 60 perform the same ritual. The smell of fresh grounds fills the kitchen. The steam curls upward, and that first sip brings a familiar sense of comfort. I know this feeling myself. Coffee has been my own companion for years. For many men I see in my office, it's the habit they refuse to give up. They'll say, "Doc, I could quit a lot of things, but not my morning coffee." Andy smiled because I understand. Coffee feels like a friend that wakes you up, sharpens your mind, and gives you the strength to face the day. But here is the surprising truth. As wonderful as it is, coffee by itself is only doing half the job. Yes, caffeine gives you a quick surge of energy, a temporary boost in circulation, but then it fades. Many of you know that crash bimida morning, the sluggishness that drives you to pour a second or even third cup. It's like pressing the gas pedal on a car with an old worn engine. You get a burst of speed, but the deeper probables remain untouched. And that's where the opportunity is being missed. Because coffee could be so much more. It's not just a morning habit. It has potential to be a healing ritual. A daily medicine hiding in plain sight. When combined with the right natural ingredients, coffee doesn't just wake up your mind. It wakes up your body, your circulation, your testosterone, and even your erections. I've had men in their 70s tell me that when they made this one simple change, their coffee became the turning point. The moment they stopped feeling powerless and started feeling live again, imagine that. The very drink you all rely on could become the key to restoring the vitality you thought was gone forever. And the secret lies in adding just one simple spice, something you probably already have in your kitchen. Something that not only flavors your coffee, but protects the very blood vessels that fuel your manhood. Let me reveal it to you now. 3. Ingredient. Number A, cinnamon. The vessel protector. Number 1, cinnamon, the vessel protector. When I was a boy, I remember my mother sprinkling cinnamon on warm oatmeal, and the scent filled the whole house. It was comforting, familiar, and tied memories of family and safety. Most office think of cinnamon only as a spice for desserts or the holidays, but over the years in my medical practice, I have learned that it is far more than that. For men over 60, cinnamon can be alkaline. It is not just about taste. It's about protecting the most delicate blood vessels in your body, the ones that carry blood to your manhood. Here's what most men never realize. Every spike and crash in blood sugar quietly damages these tiny vessels, eons thinner than a human hair. And when they are injured, circulation to thickness is one of the first things to suffer. That's why men with blood sugar problems often notice erectile issues years before they ever hear the word beats from their doctor. But cinnamon steps in like a shield. Studies have shown it can lower fasting blood sugar by as much as 20 to 30%. That's not small. It's the difference between fragile vessels breaking down and those same vessels staying strong enough to carry life-giving blood where it is needed most. But that's only half the story. Cinnamon also boosts nitric oxide, the very molecule your body uses to relax blood vessels and open them wide. It's decent pathway prescription drugs like Viagra target. Yet here you have it in a simple spice sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Patients of mine who began adding just 4 teaspoons of cinnamon to their morning coffee noticed not only more stable energy throughout the day, but also firmer, longer-lasting erections within weeks. One man in his late 60s told me it was the first time in years felt in control of his body again. Cinnamon is simple, affordable, and powerful. But if this humble spice can make such a difference, imagine what happens when you pair it with another natural ingredient. One that flips the body's nitric oxide switch even more powerfully, and adds a richness to your coffee that can transform both your mood and your manhood. Ingredient number 2, cocoa. Flipping the nitric oxide switch. 4. Ingredient number 2, cocoa. Flipping the nitric oxide switch. There is something almost magical about cocoa. I still remember the first time it tasted real, pure cocoa as a young man traveling through South America. It wasn't the sweetened powder most of us grew up stirring into milk. It was rich, dark, and alive with flavor. Locals spoke of it not just as a treat, but as medicine, something that strengtheneth body and lifted the spirit. And years later, as a urologist, I discovered they were right. For men over 60, cocoa is not simply about taste. It's about circulation. Mood and thievery chemistry that allows an erection to happen inside cocoa are powerful compounds called flavonoids. These natural agents trigger the release of nitric oxide, the molecule your body depends on to open blood vessels and let blood flow freely. Without nitric oxide, no erection is possible. It doesn't matter how much desire you feel. If the blood can't get in, nothing happens. Cocoa works like an antitryl switch, flipping the circulation back on. In many ways, it mimics the effect of common erectile drugs. But it does so gently, safely, and without the side effects, but cocoa gives even more than circulation. It carries mood-lifting chemicals like enhancement, often called the bliss molecule, and phenolphthaleamine compound linked to feelings of love and attraction. Add to that a healthy dose of magnesium, which supports muscular function and testosterone, and you'll begin to see why cocoa has been treasured for CE.